It's the Paula Dean Apology Hour.
All right.
It has begun.
Hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today is May 28th, 2018. Wait, 28th? Yeah. Oh, it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. The weather. The Dow.
It's muggy, and the Dow is 24,753.
Welcome to the show. My name is Evan Mayer. That's Brian the Levy.
Hi.
That's Casey the Kasem.
Howdy.
And joining the panel, a member of the Fam Zone Extreme, Johnny the Mailman. Say hello.
Hello.
It's the first time we ever had a Fam Zone member on the show.
Not true.
Shut up, Brian. It's
Okay.
the first time. All right, let's get this out of the way. Top of the show plugs. Thank you very much for all of you members and true patriots that continue to patronize those banners and links on citythebreeds.com/deals.
Big important bonus. If you are an Amazon shopper,
Ooh.
right now they're giving away $5 credits for Prime Now if you select the I Can Wait shipping option.
Correct.
So I've been racking up those credits.
Well, I got news for you, Casey.
What's that?
That has always been a policy.
No, they give you $5 credits for different things, but right now it's
Right.
Prime Now. So
Oh, okay. All right. Well, great. So please click through those banners and things and whatnot. Don't forget Target, guys. Like we're racking up a few dollars here and there through your Target purchases, but there is a trigger point that you must reach before a payment can be made.
okay.
So
So when I start buying the diapers and the wipes and stuff.
yeah,
like
the dipes
that.
and the wipes. When you get
Dipes
the
and
dipe
wipes.
wipes. If you need dipes and wipes, buy them through our Target affiliate link on citythatbreeds.com/deals.
Maybe you have a baby or an elderly family member that
Or
you're
a
taking
person
care
who
of.
likes to be treated like a baby.
Maybe it's a fetish thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
Any reason for your dipes and wipes?
Dipes and wipes, title of the episode.
Sure.
I don't know.
Real early.
Way too early.
All right, the reason I laughed my ass off at the weather report at the top of the show is because we got destroyed by some weather yesterday.
There's
And
a lot of
that's a-
shout-outs and
that's a-
shut-ups to weather.
Yeah,
and that
it's
was
about
before this weekend.
it's about the only thing we're going to talk about for this hour and change.
I don't see any way around it.
No.
There's just like so much. Like it's funny. Today's show will be a bit freewheeling, only because we've been grilling out on my
Grilling out and hitting those natural lights.
There's just so much to unpack after a day like yesterday, because it really like hits you in the face with your mortality and your city planning and all of it. Like there's so much going on.
So for the uninitiated, maybe if you live in outer space and don't know what's been going on.
That being said, it was on the front page of CNN.com.
It was on CNN.com. There was a torrential downpour, to say the least. It was about 7 to 8 inches of rain in less than 2 hours that hit this area, and everything flooded, most notably old historic Ellicott City, which was destroyed 2 years ago by a similar flood, and nothing was done about it. So it happened again 2 years later, and now hashtag EC Strong. The same graphic being recycled from the last time this happened. And this is a similar situation that we have in Baltimore City, where we get these floods in the Woodbury area, and the same businesses get flatlined over and over and over. And it's like, okay, guys. What do we do about this?
There's one thing that they're not making more of, and that's land. And development has led to...
Unless you're Lex Luthor.
And well, no, you're not making more land. You're just repurposing the land in the Arizona desert.
Oh.
And then there was that one time in the Superman Returns where he built that island.
Right, he made an island.
Right. Not
and
important.
then Superman just like willy-nilly just picked it up and threw it in outer space.
Yeah, he's Superman, because it was also made out of kryptonite. Like,
that must have been really difficult.
It was
for him.
really difficult. He's Superman. So people keep building restaurants and things in floodplains, and then they act shocked when they flood. So that's problem number one, I think, is poor planning.
Well, we had an article that was thrown our way. Well, several articles that were thrown. Actually, all of which are on the CTB Fam Zone Extreme.
A fun place to be.
It is a fun place, a very thoughtful place to be. Tip of the cap to you, sir, in the audience who has sent that Andrew Birch, member of the Fam Zone. You can interact with him and perhaps be his friend if you like. Anyway, we were sent this article, which I'm going to dig up. So the previous floods in Ellicott City, historic Ellicott Mills, was it called? If you are a person who grew up in that area, you always recognize that on the other side of the train tracks, on one of the support beams, there were signs that were essentially watermarks for every time that the city had flooded. And up until about 2016, it was 4 times. 1868, 1923, 1952, and 1972. Then in 2016...
it got wiped off the face
of the earth. And then 2 years later, wiped off the face of the earth. Again. And they referred to it last time as a 1 in 1,000 year storm. And 1,000 years later, it happened again. I apologize. I meant to say 18 months later. 20 months later? I don't know. Just shy of 2 years. Anyway, Shocking. Terrible. Awful.
So if I said that development in poor places is problem number one, then...
Poor places?
Well, not poor places. Poor planning, in the wrong places.
Oh, okay.
Then there is no way around the fact that these once in 1,000 year storms all over the friggin' world are happening all the time all of a sudden.
They sure are, and it's kind of a problem I had with the thing that was posted in the Fam Zone this morning by a guy who obviously is, very up on his knowledge when it comes to development in the Howard County area.
No, a lot of the information in this is spot on. Its conclusions, maybe not so much.
Right. It's essentially saying that because we've built all these shitty cul-de-sacs and suburban sprawly type things, that's why Hellicott City, as I'm now going to call it, title of the episode,
sure,
is getting flooded routinely on a seemingly annual basis. Okay, that is one part of it. Impervious surfaces are bad for the environment. They cause floods. But here's another thing. My mother lives in Catonsville, and her house got flooded.
Right.
First time since they've owned the house in over 40 years. So there's other things at work here. When you get 8 inches of water in less than 2 hours, there's not much that can fight that.
Multiple times a year
your
now.
Shit's gonna get fucked up. Like Frederick County just was flooded a week or two ago. A girl I work with, her car was underwater in Frederick County.
And we're completely ignoring the previous 12 days of rain, 8 days of rain.
These are unnamed storms. They are not hurricanes. They're just rain.
Right. And I think maybe the record is 12 straight days, and we got 8 or 9 or something like that.
Noah's Ark. How many days? 40? Okay. All right.
We're well on our way.
Johnny the mailman, if you're going to speak, put that microphone closer to your mouth.
We're well on our way.
Thank you.
Yes, get that right.
That deserves the more you know.
So, I mean, it's just... It's very strange just sitting around, on a day like yesterday where you're just seeing all of these reports of disaster flood your Facebook. It really...
Videos of, cars floating down the street. These are streets that, I used to just walk up and down and, have a cup of coffee and go buy a little Zelda Zen-style antique thingy. And then suddenly you see a footage of, a fucking car just floating down the street, running into a light pole, knocking it over, and then washing away all of your childhood memories. 2 times back to back.
And it's hard to really grasp the power of water, to move a 1-ton vehicle or
that. Knock over a stone building.
Right. You hear things like 3 inches of water will knock you off your feet. I completely believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I get knocked off my feet when I walk into the ocean at Ocean City and there's a moderate amount of riptide, and I'm like, bleh! I'm shit-faced. I've been drinking all day at the Purple Moose.
Right.
So, I'm a mailman.
You're a mailman.
And we actually get parts of our, daily briefings in don't mess with water.
Right.
There have been days where they're like, don't mess with the water. If you think that you can't drive through it, don't drive through it.
Oh, don't try to drive through it.
Don't try to drive through it.
And everybody tries to drive
I
through
do
it.
try to drive through it because I have like a really cool mail truck that can actually drive through some of it.
Because it's not your truck, right? Exactly.
Also, it's not my truck. Yeah, exactly. And if I get floated away, I can swim. But we'll
Well,
see.
you can't swim when you get hit in the head with a car.
Well,
Because then you get knocked out and then you die.
it's okay. I was wearing my seatbelt. That's also part
oh.
of the safety protocol.
Gotcha. Do you have one of those quick release seatbelts? The ones that are just like you hit a button and it explodes, and you just get ejected from your
mail.
mail.
That good, but it is a 2-part where I can take off the shoulder belt, or I can keep on the just the safety belt.
It's the newest in seatbelt technology.
It's really not. It's really
Brought
not.
to you by the USPS. On the cutting edge of technology, seatbelt related or otherwise.
It's the least amount of
Again.
technology that could ever be implemented in the government.
Eat the microphone. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it with your mouth.
I'm trying.
Do we have one with a longer?
Edit that out in
You're
post.
holding the longest
Edit that
cord.
All
out.
right, why don't we switch?
Which
tables?
switch the cords. Johnny the Mailman and Casey the Kasem will be switching cords right now. So anyway, the question here is like we've got a situation where we continuously roll the dice on weather at this point, and I mean it spelled WHETHER, and also the other thing meteorologically. We're just rolling the dice every single day that, tomorrow it might flood and we might all lose our homes.
Well, and isn't there something to be said with geography too? Like
When it
there's
comes-
certain places that are going to flood no matter what.
That's true. When it comes to old Ellicott City, it has happened 4 times in the last 140 years, and now it's happened twice in 2 years. But I've seen footage of these areas, like Baton Rouge was destroyed a couple of years ago by an unnamed storm. It was not a hurricane. It just rained really hard.
Well, and when you think about Katrina, it wasn't the hurricane that destroyed
was the
Katrina.
levees.
It was the levees. It was the fact that they're seeing more water than these levees have ever had to deal with before.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to hear, I completely there's engineering, but really,
I don't think we can engineer our way out of this problem. It's not.
No,
you can put like all kinds of semi-permeable driveways on all these shitty cul-de-sacs and things like that. You can't fight 8 inches of water in 2 hours.
and there's the idea that we have an administration right now, which a lot of
adamantly, aggressively against any kind of environmental
Honestly,
thing.
you can't do that with that kind of attitude. I think we need to be more proactive.
Well, I think we're well past the point of us needing to be proactive. Like, we need to be super active. I don't know.
and that's one of the main problems I have with this Facebook.
Why
post.
do Republicans hate the environment?
Well, it's not that they hate the environment; it's that they so desperately want to be able to do whatever they want.
You're looking at one that loves the environment. I'm fairly conservative when it comes to money, but not anything social. But the environment, I'm like, yeah, stop fucking up the environment. Stop drilling to the core of the earth. Like, stop raping. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, I'm fired up. I'm sorry.
There is. I firmly. I can easily believe that we are in one of the world's cooling cycles or warming cycles or whatever it is. This shit is cyclical, but we're not helping.
No.
We are actively hurting it.
It seems like doing everything we can possibly do to actually fuck the earth.
To say that development is the problem and ignore the ecological ramifications to such development is part of the problem.
Right. The argument is phrased as such. It's like, greedy developers are to blame. Yes, they are.
For
in fact,
fucking up the
they're
environment.
to blame for everything. Right. But it's not just this it's a global sense. It's not just related to Ellicott City. It's like, when my mom's basement floods in an area that's never had a flood in the last God knows how, I don't even know. There's no history to it.
New floodplains shouldn't be forming.
No. We should be able to do something about that.
It's.
I'm making an argument for aggressive carbon sequestration. We can do this. This is not hard.
For those who are dumb, aka me, what does that mean?
Well, Casey, so if you have like an activated charcoal filter, right, and
Okay.
you run a fan through it, you're going to lock up some CO2.
All right.
You're going to sequester it from the atmosphere. This is what trees do naturally.
All right.
They lock up CO2 from the environment. As science has told us, and some people don't believe it, since the Industrial Revolution, we've been doing nothing but belching among other things, carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Paul's point.
Greenhouse
Even
effect?
if you don't believe that carbon dioxide is harming the environment, all the other shit that we're like shitting out of the cars all the time and the
Plastic.
factories and the plastic, the ocean is full of plastic. It is acidifying. The coral reefs are dead. Like, wildlife as we know it will cease to exist at some point if we don't, I don't know, take a break.
And what people
stop.
don't understand is when this happens, when the ocean wildlife disappears, when the coral reef disappears, the evaporation cycle is messed up, leading to more rain or less rain or whatever, or extreme rain.
Extreme rain was never a thing like I always used to complain about Maryland weather. Oh, God, it's 100,000 degrees. It's really humid. But the nuisance floods, as they used to call them, now they're basically just killer flash floods that are actually destroying things, have been on the rise in the past, 10 years. This is not, something that's been going on. It's new.
The Mid-Atlantic is famous for being a mild area with 4 seasons where extreme weather doesn't happen. We don't live in a Gulf. We don't live in the tropics. We don't live on the tundra and shit. We get mild summers and mild winters and all of that. Except, no, that's faces being made in the crowd. That's historically what we got. Now, all of a sudden, when I was a kid, I remember one time it hit 14 degrees, and now it's 0 degrees all the time. It's, crazy rain. It's hot. We didn't get a spring this year.
We did not.
When was the last time Maryland had a spring?
10 years ago?
20 years ago? I don't know.
I'll
Caitlin.
say at least 10.
10?
I was just looking at the Natty Boh Can, but the Natty Boh Cans used to say the land of pleasant living.
Not anymore.
Right? Yeah, all the can't.
Oh, shit. The cans know better than we do.
They
Oh,
used to,
never mind.
Then they imported. Then they exported it to Milwaukee.
Yeah, now it's made by PBR. I'm willing to bet that Natty Boh is just PBR.
It's okay too because PBR used to be brewed here, and now it's brewed in Milwaukee as well.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody really shits the bed about PBR. What happened to our precious PBR? My dad used to drink PBR quite a lot. Anyway, getting back to the environment.
Do you know why they call it PBR?
Because it's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Does it run a blue ribbon?
It won the blue ribbon at the Chicago World's Fair
In 1909.
where
1881.
where the Devil in the White City was active. H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
So that's why
Murder Castle.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, I'd like to point out that H.H. Holmes is originally from New Hampshire, where I'm
that's
from.
where you're from.
I just wanted to point that.
New Hampshire, home of Johnny the Mailman and serial killers.
I think he's from Franklin or something, but I can't.
But New Hampshire's tiny. It's all right there. It's
It's
all
yeah,
right
it's
there.
all right there. It's actually a very long state, so some of those things are a little bit further away. Also, we have the first vote of the year.
The first vote of the year. Fascinating.
Getting back to carbon sequestration, Casey.
Thank you for that education.
No, the answer is essentially plant a ton of trees, and then we come up with these, and they do exist, these artificial trees that all they do is pull carbon out of the atmosphere. And I don't think anybody really gets how massive an effort this would need to be to actually lower the atmospheric levels of carbon dioxide. You would have to have floating barges out into the ocean. That's all they do is passively collect carbon from the atmosphere. But here's the good thing. You can actually convert this stuff into usable materials like fuel cells. We do have the technology. It's just that we have no fucking backbone to actually do it. And then once you get a guy like Trump in office, he's like, nah,
Coal.
the war on coal is over, guys. Burn, baby, burn.
Think of how many little Jewish children need to get trees for their bar mitzvah for us to save this world.
Think of the Jews.
That's a real live bar mitzvah gift that no one likes to get.
Trees?
Trees.
A tree?
We planted a tree in Israel for you.
Okay.
Big in the 90s. Big in the 90s.
Is it a Joshua tree?
No, I think it was an orange tree or something.
Orange tree?
No one wants it.
Did you get a tree?
I have a tree someplace.
What kind of tree?
Probably an orange tree or something. I don't know. It's 20 years ago, Casey.
Have you
Big
heard
tree.
about the cremation service where you can basically be turned into a tree?
No, what do they do?
They turn your body into mulch.
Oh,
Is that the thing where they put you in a suit and then
I think that's what
You
the movie
not heard about
Fargo
this?
is
Whoa,
about.
whoa, whoa, hold on.
there's a service where when you're dead they can cover you in this suit And
Oh, it's like a fertilizer suit.
Yeah, it's like a fertilizer suit, and it grows mushrooms and decomposes your body.
That's awesome. So wait, are they the good kind of mushrooms?
I don't think it's the quote unquote
Because
good kind.
I would absolutely love it if somebody could trip balls off of my corpse.
Those dead body mushrooms.
Title of the episode.
Trip balls off my corpse.
Yes.
Those are really the best kind.
The dead body mushrooms.
Dead body
Absolutely.
mushrooms.
Absolutely.
Maybe the title of the episode?
It's on the
What,
list.
dead body mushrooms? Yeah, we've got a lot of candidates.
It's on the
I
list.
usually go through it when I'm editing.
Some episodes we have nothing on the list. This episode.
Oh, Brian,
not-
I've been woefully not keeping track of the last few.
I'll just assume that I've been getting
winning.
them. It's a safe bet. Whatever. So what? So moving forward, what does Ellicott City do next? Does this place rebuild, or is there now just like a ghost town?
Well,
in the middle of Howard County.
Obviously, we're going to rebuild because we refuse to let go of a lost cause. I'm not saying that Ellicott City is a lost cause, but what are the odds that this is going to happen in the next 5 years again?
Good.
Pretty high. But, we recycle the
said
same
the last
hashtag
time,
from the
too.
last time. EC Strong. We have the exact same Facebook graphics that we're raising funds for to revive these businesses that might just implode in the next couple of years. And you get the B-roll footage of Governor Hogan standing around pointing at things that are demolished and being like, we will rebuild. We will rebuild. Over and over and over. We're going to keep doing it.
Without asking why.
At some point, though,
Because
the
people...
insurance company steps in and says,
Well,
"Hey, you want
that's-
to renew your flood insurance?"
No, the
It's too
scandal
damn
will
high.
be when the insurance companies say,
We won't pay.
sorry, and then it'll be this huge uproar, and everybody on social media will start, I'm canceling my policies with State Farm. They are outrageous. Blah blah blah. No, they're making like a pretty sound business decision, and then the governor, whoever it is at the time, assuming it's Hogan, I don't know, but he'll get up on the camera and be like, "This will not stand. We must rebuild. Ellicott City is." Hashtag EC Strong. We must rebuild. We got to rebuild. It's just like, or we just put rocket packs on all the buildings and start making them hover 20
Cloud
feet in
City?
the air. Yeah, Cloud City.
I'm also a little curious as to how much
Closer.
I'm also really curious as to how much actual government money would get funded in if Ocean City had gone under.
Well, Ocean
that
City lost its
water.
fishing pier. Like, it got really damaged during Hurricane Sandy or something like that.
During
And
a hurricane, but not just under a regular flood. If it had just been another storm, they'd be like, "Oh, this wasn't even a category storm." Oh, it's Ocean City. We're gonna
here's-
go ahead and
here's
fix
what
that real quick.
yeah, here's what I know would 100% happen if the now current Republican governor decided to bail out Ellicott City yet again because it got flooded. The semi-insane progressive liberals that live in the city would say, people are suffering in the city of Baltimore, and we're bailing out this, this mill town that continuously gets flatlined, while there are people starving to death and getting shot, and this and that and the other. Valid point. Totally valid point.
Well, and that's the thing.
But
so
no one's gonna say that.
When you ask,
Oh, they will. Oh, they will, Casey. Casey, dude, you've only been in Dundalk for a couple of months.
But you look on social media. There's no one out there is saying "Hey, maybe we shouldn't rebuild Ellicott City." Everyone's
I
"Oh, we're gonna rebuild."
Oh, no. I'm not saying that they're actively saying don't rebuild. But when Hogan gets up there and says, we're dedicating $200 million to the restoration of Main Street, and we are going to widen all the rivers, and we're going to do whatever we can possibly do. We're going to get the Army Corps of Engineers.
I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
Right,
And-
to essentially prop up a place where white people can go shopping.
exactly. And I would say that's the similarity between Ellicott City and Ocean City is that they're places white people go. They're places white people go and
I
live.
was also going to say, how many people are saying, well, it's our own fault for actually building that close to the ocean.
Right. It's called Ocean City.
It's called Ocean City. They're already on the ocean. Why would they?
It's on the ocean and the bay.
Yeah, but I would think that if the same thing happened at the same time, more government dollars would go to Ocean City than Ellicott City.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I agree with that.
That was my point.
Speaking of which, did you guys see the aerial photos of Secrets?
Yes.
Fuck that!
What, at 8 o'clock? it was full?
I think there was a little bit of social media magic going on there that photo may not have been at 8 in the morning, but
Oh no, I've
seen the video though. The
I have
video
friends
was
that
for
were in there
real.
at 8 in the morning. on
That's
Saturday
bullshit.
morning.
The line goes from Secrets to the parking lot adjacent to Secrets and is full of people waiting in stanchioned lines to get into this cesshole
Nope.
to pay $8.95 for a pain in the ass frozen drink. Yeah, they're delightful. Don't get me started.
Well, I'll
But
tell
if you go there
You don't not get a floater.
toward the end of the season on like a Sunday afternoon, delightful place. Float around in the bay, drink, have a great time.
Oh, any
I'm
other
not waiting in line for 10 hours to get into this fucking shithole that basically is going to wind up costing me $40 just to get through the entrance.
any Saturday that's not Memorial Day Saturday, it's like the best place in Ocean City. Like there's
Secrets?
Yeah. Well, during the day, I say go to Fager's at night every time.
Fager's,
but like
Mackey's,
during the day, yeah, Secrets is the place to be. 'Cause
There's one thing I hate doing is waiting in line, and Secrets always has a line.
Well, not only that, but as you wait in line, they have a clock that you can watch the price to get in go up. They actually do that. They're like, if you don't get in by 10 o'clock, like, it's going to cost you $20 to get in. But if you get in before 4, it's free.
Secrets itself makes more money than certain Eastern European countries.
I don't doubt that at all. And it's also staffed by mostly Eastern European countries.
It's like the 5th largest moneymaker in Maryland.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, prove me wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody in the fam zone will do it.
Please.
Maybe not. I don't know. But I've heard. Have you heard all the urban legends about how much money they spend on palm trees per year?
I have to assume they spend $0
It's like
per
more
year.
than the public school budget for Howard County.
No, that can't be true.
But that's why it's funny, because the people who come at you and they're like, no, honest to God, I looked it up. I Googled it. They spend $100 million per year on just palm trees.
But like they don't have the same palm trees every year. They're new palm trees every year.
Palm trees are not indigenous to the state of Maryland.
Yeah, but once you plant them, they
Doesn't
don't
mean
just
that they
stick
can't
around.
grow.
Right. Why not?
I don't think most of them make it more than a few years. Like,
Wow.
Although, wow, ooh, wow.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I know that they grow like not far from here, like with North Carolina. They
Where
have
which
them. South Carolina. They have
is
them.
your microphone on?
Yes,
You're-
I checked.
probably not.
No,
I checked.
He's just not keeping it very close to his face.
He's not.
I'm gonna have to run this through Levelator.
I think
It's
it
gonna
might
make
be
it sound
broken.
like poop.
I think it might be broken.
I keep saying to him, you don't have to bring yourself to it. You have a cord.
Yeah.
That brings you to
Well,
it.
I keep trying to do both because I get really really excited.
I will
about
look.
The
I'm going to
conversation.
forgive you because it's the first time you've ever been on a podcast in your whole life.
Yeah, we can edit those out in post, right?
No, we're not going to.
Now
No,
we don't do
please
that.
don't.
We do not do that.
Please don't.
We keep all of this in. This is the best part.
Do
This
I
is what
need
people
to
like.
talk like? Is this
that's
better?
good.
Perfect.
Oh.
Perfect.
All right. Well,
Yes.
Johnny's wife is.
that's going to be really, really difficult.
All right, maybe that's a little too close. Maybe that's a little too close.
I have a friend, my friend that works on Seth Meyers.
Can I
her
do both
first
of
day
these
as
things?
our intern on Mix at Mix.
What?
I told her, she's like, to talk to the mic. It's like, I was like, pretend you're sucking your boyfriend's dick. So I guess I was part of the
you
problem.
were you were the Me Too.
I was a hashtag Me Too.
Yeah.
Who's the Me Too example I was talking? Oh, Linda Lovelace.
Mm.
Linda Lovelace, if you didn't know, didn't die of AIDS. She died of a car accident.
Oh, really?
Just so
Yes.
you know.
In the movie, does she die of AIDS?
In
No.
Deep Throat?
No, not in that movie. In the Lovelace movie with
Oh, yeah.
No,
Is
she
that-
doesn't even die in that movie.
Oh, I
Wait,
never
what's
saw
that
it.
actress's name?
I know she's from
She's in Big Love.
Yeah, I forget.
Chloe.
Seyfried.
Chloe
Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried. Yeah.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's all right. Her boobs can tell the weather.
Oh, come on. Oh yeah,
Ken,
I forgot.
30% chance is already raining.
On Mean Girls, but only her left one.
All right, somebody get out a computer device and bring up those shout-outs that we got from the
lot.
CTB. Yeah, I'm
Very,
enjoying
very,
it.
very
Hey,
happy.
good on you, Casey, for doing the due diligence and getting people to participate.
I loved the Fam Zone edition of What's Your Minimum?
It was basically a rehash of. It was basically you listening to the podcast and answering the question.
that was my Thursday. Working from home, listening to the podcast, and like posting just the
That was a
and
very-
corrections for Brian.
That was a very good podcast.
I tried to actually
come up with numbers for mine.
Selling your dog. Oh,
and
I don't think you could.
It was very, very difficult.
First of all,
Well-
Chrissy, your wife, would shoot you in the head with 10,000 bullets
Oh, yes.
because
Yes.
your
For all of
dog
them.
and both of your dogs are somewhat famous.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
If you do not follow what's the handle?
Neil
Patrick Hairless?
The real Neil Patrick
The
Hairless.
real Neil Patrick Hairless.
That's on Instagram.
He's
And
a
then
chested. What is it? A crested Chinese.
Chinese crested. He's a hairless breed. He's amazing. And our
If you've been in Hamden, you've probably seen this dog somewhere.
yeah.
He's
And then,
been around.
Our other dog,
Scarlet
Xolo
Nohara.
Queensly, a Xolo or a Mexican hairless dog, is also just as amazing.
Yeah, both adorable.
But I could never get rid of the
Peanutty
dogs.
skin, which is really weird.
I could never get rid of the dogs, but the generally cat.
Oh,
I could
you have a
totally
cat.
sell that fucking asshole.
That was the one. That was the one. Real.
If somebody was like, "I'll give you $50,000 for that cat right now," I'd be like, "You can take him for 10. Like, it's cool.
I
We're
do
good."
I do find that when it comes to talking to people about selling their dog, they're like, no fucking
No.
way.
I posed that to my wife, and she's like, "You're gonna give it away for free, right? Like as long as it's good home, like free. Let's get it out."
I'll sell that dog for parts. No.
That's basically what she said.
All right, we got that
The
list
stepdog.
brought up.
The stepdog.
Oh yeah, I have it.
We don't need to talk about the weather anymore, do we?
No.
Okay, good.
It sucks.
Yeah. Well, it also received several shut-ups. But it is now time to celebrate the internet sensation.
Give me the tray.
Sweeping 92Q. It's time for shout-outs.
Shout out.
Hold on.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Shout-outs.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Hey, Johnny the mailman. Put that microphone up to your face
It's up to my
and
face.
say the word. Words.
Words.
Shout-outs.
Shout outs to
No! No! It's just the introduction.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
here we
This is
go.
the part of the
Shout outs.
That was perfect.
Well done.
I loved it.
This is the part of the show in which we take a break and give shout-outs, a.k.a. mad props, to persons, places, and things that are giving our lives jollies and improving natural lights.
And natural lights.
My shout-out this week is to Bordy Vineyard. Not great wine, but a great time. That should be the slogan.
No, it's decent.
It's okay. It's okay.
That could be the slogan.
That's my shout-out.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Go Casey. No,
All
all right. I'm still thinking.
Zach
Thank you.
Egolf says, "Shout out to Liz for complimenting my family on the last episode. Shout out to everyone who listened to the whole, in all caps, episode last week." Brett Harvey says, "Shout out to Baltimore commuter buses and the Sun."
Yeah, fuck the sun. I fucking hate it too.
Jeff Elkins, "Shout out to Holiday Weekends, Cat Elgie."
Edgley.
Edgley, thank you.
Edgley.
But Cat Elgie from now on.
A.K.A. Catamus Wreck. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I'm fired.
Shout out to the Facebook neighborhood rental page for helping me find a new roommate.
That's fun.
Hopefully she doesn't turn out to be insane. Also, shout out to Minnow for having an unlimited mimosa and tapas brunch.
That is
for
where we were going for my birthday.
$39 a person. That's a lot. Unlimited food and non-watered down mimosas.
I was going to say, it's bottomless brunch. All you can eat tapas and mimosas?
No
Come on.
idea. Well, how much was it? No idea back in the day. Like, $10?
10, but that's
That
just for
didn't
the
include
booze. That doesn't
unlimited
include food.
Okay.
All right, so that's what I want to do brunch-wise for my birthday. But we're also going to Cantlers for all you can eat crabs. Cantlers outside of Annapolis.
And then Liz Gall, shout out to somebody else.
Punjab Groceries
Thank
and
you.
Halal Meat
I ain't touching that
for
one.
making the best goddamn samosas in the city. That's Punjab Groceries and Halal Meat.
Punjab Groceries?
Punjab Groceries.
Liz Gall, I would like to let you know that I have already hit my goal weight, and I'm going to exceed it. So where's my 30%?
Oh, snaps.
Yeah.
I'm going the other direction.
Aw. It's only going to get worse once that baby arrives.
It's bad.
Once we all sample that breast milk.
No, stop.
That's
Stop.
going to be the next taste test. Is that it?
I don't really have any shout outs.
You don't?
I don't think.
Why?
I don't think. I mean,
Why?
I haven't had a whole lot of
Brian.
I've been working.
Shout outs to CTB for having me on the show today.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Johnny.
yeah. Well, that's what happens when you show up to a Memorial Day grill out party.
Oh, shout out to you guys for coming over.
Shout out to Caitlin and Brian for being excellent hosts.
Aw.
At least 200 people will listen to this.
Yeah, I know, and they will know.
Also, shout out to the fact that I went to brew at the zoo yesterday. And
Oh,
that was
okay.
awesome.
That's a good
And
shout
we
out.
were also invited to Brian's house last night, and I was like, I'm just going to get Royal Farms because I know I'm going to be drunk before I get here. And it's a good thing I didn't because Royal Farms is already here.
So we showed up to the
So-
party. We showed up to the party at Studio B last night. How many other people were here?
None.
None.
The rain. Look, we got washed out. It happens.
Well, yeah, the entire city of Baltimore is destroyed in the flood.
The entire city of Baltimore just said, we're not leaving our houses tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, like regardless of whether or not the city got destroyed.
I got home, I was scared.
Yeah, it was nuts.
You were quaking in your poop booties. Oh, God, why? Caitlin, how dare you? All right, we will be right back after this break. There is no What's the Bumper or Sam Sess's Sexy Sunday Sounds. This week, the bumper is the annual airing of the Dwayne Stump Weekend Memorial Day PSA.
Oh.
Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No, not a clue.
All right. I'm Dwayne Stump from Blacktooth.
Nope.
If you... Okay. Well, you'll hear it. You'll hear it in a minute. 'Cause I'm
will.
going to play it for you. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, Dwayne, we're going to try it once more. Just remember now, introduce yourself and read what's on the paper in front of you. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, fine. Dwayne Stump, Substance Abuse Awareness Campaign. This is take 9. Dwayne, that's your cue.
Oh, right. Anytime you're ready.
We're ready, Dwayne. Dwayne, go.
Oh, hi. This is Dwayne Stump of Blacktooth. Kids, when you drink and drive...
No, Dwayne. No, cut. It's not when you drink and drive.
Oh, right. Let me do it again.
Yeah, good idea. This is Dwayne Stump, PSA, take 10.
Hi, this is Dwayne Stump. When I drink and drive, I'll...
Cut, Dwayne. Dwayne, this spot is supposed to be against driving while intoxicated.
What?
Never mind. We'll do it one more time, and remember, say, don't do drugs, and if you must drink this holiday weekend, don't drive. You got it?
I told you I got it.
Fine. Dwayne Stump, PSA, take, 11.
Hi, I'm Dwayne Stump telling you, if you do drugs this weekend, don't drive.
Wrong again, Dwayne. It's don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
That's what I said.
No, it's not. It's not even close to what you said.
You come in this booth, I'll show you how close it was, Sherlock.
We're going to do it again, Dwayne. Say, don't do drugs. If you must drink this holiday weekend, do not drive. Take 12.
This is Dwayne Stump. Weekends are for drunks. Do drugs.
Okay, Dwayne, thank you very much for coming in. I think with a little editing, we've got something we can use.
Don't do drugs. And if you must drink this holiday weekend, don't drive.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're back from break. We are back from break, and we decided during the break that we were going to actually turn our little anecdotes regarding secrets into a segment. Because there were a lot of secrets that I did not know. Secrets. For instance, their palm tree budget, we were kicking around the idea that they're spending millions of dollars on palm trees. It's probably not millions of dollars, but it's definitely close to millions of dollars.
Hundos of thousands.
Hundos of thousands. The figure that was provided by a member of the Fam Zone in the audience. Hold on.
I'll give you drugs for sex.
Shit.
Not anymore.
That was the wrong soundboard. Gave us a figure of $1,200 per foot, and there are a couple of shorties there. I mean, they run under 15 feet, but a lot of them are over 20 feet tall. Imagine the flatbed that's driving down Route 50 with like a pile of palm trees that are over 40 feet tall. The resources that we're wasting, speaking of the environment, to plug in a bunch of trees that don't belong in this space.
All they are is a Final Destination situation waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah. Imagine getting gently murdered by a palm frond.
I don't think it's gently.
Gently murdered.
I was thinking more of a palm tree
Title
hurtling
of the
at you on the highway.
On the highway. Okay.
But at any rate, yeah, they're spending $1,200 a foot per palm tree. So how many palm trees are there? Somebody dig up the aerial photography.
There are 8.
8?
No, I made that up.
Well, let's say there's 20, and they're all like 20 feet tall, right? So
That's
every
400
year
feet.
they're what do they do with the spent palm trees?
They burn
Anybody?
them.
Yeah, they bonfire. End of the summer bonfire, man.
They build a raft, and then they send off all the people that passed out.
They take them to Burning Man.
Yeah,
That's how they build the
yeah,
Burning
yeah.
Man.
That is the Burning Man. Well, actually, no. They take it to that island where it's all women, and they have bees, and then they build the Wicker Man thing out of it, and they put Nicolas Cage in it, and then they set fire to it, and he's the human sacrifice,
Yes.
so that they can get the more fertile produce crop.
The plot to the Wicker Man.
Anyway, and wife of the guest of the show, Chrissy, came up with some interesting statistics about Secrets and Ryan Seacrest.
I did. So, crunched a few numbers,
I feel like
and
we've
so
done this
Secrets in 2015 brought in $20 to $25 million.
I want a benchmark. Like, I want a comparison. Like, what company makes $20 to $25 million in less than? So it's from Memorial Day weekend until let's just say the end of September, Sunset Festival or something like that. That's like a couple $1,000,000 a month. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you annualize it, you're looking at closer to $50 million.
Right, if they were open year round, yeah.
If they were up and running year round, maybe more. But so that puts Secrets in as the 11th most profitable nightclub in the whole country. After,
do they clear 50 million, 25 million, or are they just making 25 million total?
That's their.
Before
I
all
think
those
that's
Probably their
net income,
AGI.
Yeah.
Like after like overhead, they're putting 25 million in their pocket.
No, I think it's just,
I
I think it's
doubt
revenue.
that. I don't think any nightclub,
I think
even if
it's-
they're the highest grossing in America, probably
Nah.
their margin is still within.
I think it's top of the
double
income
digits.
statement revenue.
I'm almost positive that GDL at the Horseshoe Casino has already made $25 million. That's the new Chiara De Laurentiis restaurant.
Oh, and
God.
it's all money that you spent looking at her boobs.
Yep.
The rest of us are not on an acronym level name basis.
That's the name of the restaurant. That's the name of the restaurant.
It's called GDL.
Yeah.
Jim Dan Laundry.
GDL at Horseshoe. Jim Dan Laundry. So off air, this question was raised, kind of. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen at Secrets?
Secrets.
I will start. This was a Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to say 2011 because Caitlin and I had really just started dating. My friends were in a special place that weekend. They were furious that Caitlin was around. They set fire to our mattress one night while we were sleeping on it. Right.
What is wrong with your friends?
They were not happy that Dad had a new girlfriend. I don't know. They were acting out.
What is your relationship with these people?
They're tattooed on my chest.
Ah.
They are tattooed on my chest.
So do they... Wait, hold on. Do those people come to life and then come out of your chest and then set fire to mattresses? Are they ghosts?
They're ghosts. So this isn't even what happened at Secrets.
Secrets.
We never got
to the Seacrest.
Oh, right.
Seacrest part of the
yeah.
analogy.
Put Chrissy back on the mic so she can deliver the final blow.
Before Brian talks about mattress burning and such things with his esteemed friends.
Yeah.
So the hard numbers, as it were. Secrets brought in $25 million or so in 2015, which to me sounds like a lot of money, but that's only until you consider the fact that Ryan Seacrest brought in $58 million.
Well, he is the hardest working man in media.
Annually.
I also like the idea that you Googled how much does Seacrest make, and it's instead gave you how much Seacrest make.
Seacrest.
It was the next suggested
Yeah,
Google
there
search.
you go.
So
Secrets.
there you have it.
Okay, so we're at this road day. At one point, my buddy Justin, who is the devil,
Not
if you-
related to your bubby?
No, not my buddy, not my bubby. My bubby
He's
never.
your buddy and the devil.
My bubby never did a story like this. We've noticed that he's disappeared at Secrets, so we just kind of wander back to our hotel room, and then he's gone for the next few hours until he comes wandering up. And what does he have to say to us when we ask him where he's been? He had stolen a boat from Secrets.
Also, this would be a better story if it was your bubby.
Yeah, right. My bubby stole a boat.
I totally agree.
Title of the episode.
Took it for a spin, like in the middle of a blackout. Took it for a spin, and then brought it back.
It's not really stealing if you just borrow it.
Well, it
right?
wasn't a blackout if he kind of knew what he had done.
Oh yeah,
So it's more of a
brownout. Sure, brownout, totally. So
we've all been there.
he got a ticket. Like you
got
want to
a
talk?
ticket?
You want to talk about white privilege? Motherfucker walked away with a ticket.
He stole a boat while shit faced and got a ticket.
Yes, yes, and that's
Yeah,
the
if you were a
craziest-
black guy, you'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
The best that I can say is that I actually went to Ocean City for one of the first times with my beautiful wife, and
We get it. You're married.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Closer.
so-
Your levels are very low.
So, sorry, my
Man, they are in love.
Ew! Don't touch me.
Ew.
So we go to Ocean City with some friends, and we stayed at this place at like what 194th or something. I don't even remember. But we walk out of the house with beers because, like, you know, you're just like hanging out, and you're having beers.
You dumb
and then,
kids.
Like you go out to like and like some cops pulled me up on the fact that I had like an open container on the boardwalk. And they were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" They like kind of cornered me and blah blah blah. And they were like, "Would you do this where you're from?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
I do it all the time.
I'm from an island in Maine. Like, yeah, I do it all the time."
I was walking around with roadies yesterday. I was barefoot yesterday. I was walking
I
around
would never do
downtown
that.
Baltimore in bare feet.
That's an awful idea. I'll go
I
on
did
record
that.
as saying that's an awful idea.
I was in a mood yesterday.
Have
I
you
was in a very
guys-
special mood?
Have you guys ever been kicked out of a hotel in Ocean City?
No.
We got
Ocean City.
we got kicked out of our hotel at Marigot Beach condominiums. We trashed the room. At a certain point, people started just using the kitchen floor as their pee spot. We wrote a to-do list.
You guys are disgusting.
We were disgusting. We wrote a to-do
So
list.
How many people were with you?
6 or 7 or 8. We wrote
Males peeing on the kitchen floor?
Yep, that's just where we were going.
On the kitchen floor.
Why would they not use the sink?
One of the first things we did when
They're too
we
short.
walked into one of the first things we did when we walked into the room, we kicked out the legs on the table, just for fun.
What is wrong with you?
We wrote a to-do list on the mirror. The first thing.
Fuck bitches?
No,
Your
number
lipstick.
one was write to-do list on mirror. In permanent marker, so they had to trash that
Bear
mirror.
in mind, this is not a Secrets story.
No, this is in Ocean City. We eventually went to Secrets. We had to find a place to stay, like in the middle of the weekend. It was crazy.
How old were you?
We were 25, 26.
Wow. Yep. That's a little too old for that
It's
story.
funny because I went to New Orleans at 27, right? And we were standing around one of the bars, and we got into the bottle tap, game, and everybody's shit was foaming all over the place. And this bouncer comes up to us. His beard is full of Cheeto dust, and he's like, "How old are you, gentlemen?" And we were all like,
30,
27. And he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you got a point, but your beard is full of Cheeto dust."
It's arch cocaine.
All right, here's my secret story.
Yes, please.
I went to Secrets probably last year with one person that was on the show at one point, one M. Adele, and other friends of mine that we all know. And we had basically been on a bar crawl up and down Ocean Highway the entire day. And it was toward the end of the evening. There were some edibles involved. And got out to the ocean side. I'm sorry, the bay side, the beach area, and there were some European gentlemen that were kissing each other. And one of my friends decided to get involved and make it into a triple kiss.
Nice.
And then there was some like beach hanging out going on, and
An
then
MMF threesome.
some rolling around in the sand. And then one of our friends decided to take a pee right next to the head of the girl that was lying in the sand while trying to make out with this European dude. So there's this stream of pee that I'm watching slowly creep toward the head of this girl, and I'm like, I could say something. I have to see this happen. It did not happen. I didn't let it happen, but it would have been really funny.
You built up a little wall of sand real quick, a seawall, as it were.
No, I didn't. I just kicked her in the head. I was like, "Move your head. There's pee."
Casey,
I really should have went
involved
first.
in the orgy. You just kicked a girl in the head because you didn't want to see her get peed on by accident.
I wouldn't just see her get peed on.
Is
Casey,
that what happened?
What? No. It was it was by accident. Sorry.
I should have went first.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna let everybody.
I once saw somebody puke on the dance floor.
One time, I got so drunk, I went home.
I've done that at Secrets.
Not even my story. A friend of mine, his wife's credit card got stolen right now. Like, she put her purse on the bar stool, and the guy stole the credit card out of the purse and then proceeded to rack up a tab. So the rest of their evening was dealing with the police because they caught the guy on camera.
But see, that's ultimately, when you go to a place like Secrets that's like critical mass douche, you gotta have your shit on lock. Like, you gotta be especially if you're a female, you gotta get ready. Like, you bring bear mace. Just be prepared for anything.
Oh, Secrets
Getting
is
peed
dying
on your head, like whatever.
Has
Also,
Secrets had a Me Too?
As a mailman, I can get you dog mace.
Ooh.
Can we
No.
do a taste test?
That seems really hard. I'm surprised Secrets hasn't had its Me Too moment yet. Like, something like terrible.
That is a hotbed of rape and date rape and things.
Right, but it hasn't made the news.
Well, I mean, any nightclub in the region or in America would make headlines. Are you kidding me?
Caitlin was a lifeguard in Ocean City, and I feel like she got felt up once she was passed out after going to Secrets.
Wow.
Didn't that happen?
Threw her under the rape bus.
Didn't that happen?
That happened in Ocean City, but it wasn't while I was a lifeguard.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I was a lifeguard. Yeah, I was an employee of the city of Ocean City. No,
And you got groped?
Yeah, but not during that time. But I don't know why we need to talk about that. I have kicked myself out of Secrets, but it was during the winter. I had gone for a friend's birthday party. I had only had crab to eat in like November, which is weird.
Oh shit!
And
would a winter trip to Secrets be a good bachelor party?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Oh
yes.
Shit!
Yes.
Are people there, or would it just be like 15 of
the
our
locals are there? It's fantastic.
No. I mean, yeah, there are people there, but it's like 20 people.
And I better.
Casey has a story.
Yeah, absolutely.
I almost forgot the best secret story. Not me. Again, not me. A friend of mine he was an intern, and he was working in...
Secrets has interns?
He was working in the Ocean City Police
Well,
Department.
because they have a radio station.
They do.
He was working for the police department in the booking. So he was an intern in booking, and they pulled somebody in for having sex in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Inside of a car.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
So they had separated the man and the woman, and
they forgot about the midget.
they had to go to the store for the lady because it was that time of the month. And he did not know.
Oh, that's a messy sitch.
Oh. And finally, we have one more audience member. Andrew Birch, do you have any crazy secret stories?
Of course, who doesn't?
Yes.
No.
Especially a guy like you.
Yeah.
You enjoy the partying.
I enjoy a good time. It was like 3 years ago. Get there, so by boat, for the record. If you ride by boat, there's no line, no cover. It's awesome.
Can you swim around?
No.
This is how we avoid the line next time. Just take kayaks.
Yeah, right.
We get there, and it's that awkward time before, like, the nighttime when
Yes.
the girl You see the drunk girl still wearing the bikini. She's at the bar, and she shits her pants. Everywhere. Oh, so bad. And then also getting kicked out of Secrets at 11:45 on New Year's Eve. It was pretty miserable.
Wow, New Year's at Secrets? Oh, I would do that.
It's fun. It's a good time.
I would do that. I bet they have good bands. Oh, wow.
Wait, who is this woman that's wearing a bikini on New Year's Eve?
No. I think this was like 6 p.m. on a summer night.
Okay.
You know, it was that transition from blousey blouse.
My brain has been broken since Thursday.
All right, well then, one more thing to break it. Let's do a Would You Rather before.
Yes. Let's hold on. It's now time for Would You Rather. This is the part of the show in which Brian asks a question. 2 scenarios. You must choose one, but you may ask questions before you pick one.
Okay.
All right. And Brian, since he is hosting this segment, can't possibly ruin it.
I mean, I have my
Why didn't we
answer.
think of this sooner?
I don't think that's true, Evan.
Yeah, you might be right.
I don't think that's true.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Would you rather have your body found in a pile of sex toys or have everyone you know see your browsing history?
Well,
I think this is very easy.
This is very straightforward.
Yeah.
For the sake of fleshing out the segment, what manner of sex toys are they?
All manner. You have your big black dicks. You have your big pink dicks.
Oh.
You have your big blue dicks.
Hold on, is it all dicks? Can there be some Benoit balls, like some butt
fleshlights?
plugs?
Also, can I start?
Anal beads. Yeah.
I don't. I think they're exactly the same for me, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, he's the show ruiner for this episode.
Sorry.
French ticklers.
Hi, Caitlin. Can I have a beer?
So yeah.
Oh, don't kick.
So there's lots going on. I think it's a pretty easy answer.
So does this cover things that are in when you browse in the incognito window?
Yeah. You know what? Great question.
This is like a super browsing history.
It did not say your Google Chrome history. It just said your browsing history. I will say it does include incognito.
Okay, so to be completely 100% transparent, my browsing history is not really that fucked up.
Mine isn't. I don't think. Except
most of this shit that I Google is like when we are having off-pod conversations and we're fact-checking shit.
Oh, I ask questions. I ask Google lots of questions. And I don't necessarily, A, want people to know what I'm curious about, or B, want people to know what I'm ignorant about.
Yeah, Brian, you're very big on not being on lists.
Yes,
or in databases.
Correct. Am I on a list of Jews? You know, no one's going to be shocked to see that in my browser history.
Well, this is ultimately why you should never get a medicinal marijuana card. Just wait for it to be recreational.
Well, I don't have one yet, so we're all right.
Well,
I'm doing fine. So yeah. So there. I mean, you know, I don't necessarily love my browser history. You know, people might think I have a strange relationship with my stepsister, and I don't have one. So, you know.
A relationship at all, or just a
stepsister?
Strange relationship with
I don't have a
stepsister.
stepsister.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that makes more sense.
Or stepmothers.
All right, maybe we should do also as a companion piece to this Would You Rather. Why don't we give a roundtable example of browsing history items that we may not be.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
I think that's like the opposite.
Okay.
Like
but that's the thing. But browser history isn't your Google searches. It's like every weird porn video that you've ever seen that you lingered on for a couple minutes.
But also, is it that?
Yeah,
weird
I guess there are a couple of.
Yeah, well, I mean, right. But you want people knowing.
Somebody else already made it. Like, it's not even that weird.
But do you want people
it's
knowing
not like
that
a weird
about
thing
you?
that you came up with? But somebody else already came up with it and made it.
But what if it was a weird thing that you came up with, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then there isn't video to go along with it.
But they know that if, like, oh, he was there for 15 minutes on, you know.
Where
well, I think we can all agree.
It never came up.
We can all agree that, like, our browser or our search history does not involve, like, how to dissolve your wife or something like that. It's basically just about weird porn.
Yeah.
Okay, so the weirdest porn that you can sort of, like, conjure up in your brain.
Scat snuff porn.
I don't even think it's. I don't think it's. it's not
Pterodactyl porn.
Bigfoot porn.
It's not necessarily about the weirdness. It's also about the frequency too. Like
right. You know what? Thank you, because the frequency adds an extra level of weirdness.
So essentially, you're building a case.
Hour on the hour, like that's really weird.
Johnny, you are not on mic at all.
Sorry, if it was every hour on the hour, that would be really, really fucking weird.
It would be. It'd be
Yeah,
like
every hour I gotta get my updates from babydiaperporn.com.
Is it worse to be like, all right, they died in a pile of sex toys? They're like, oh, they looked at porn way too
No.
much.
You didn't die in the pile of sex toys. Your corpse is found in a pile of
So
sex
it could
toys.
be like denial, like, oh, they were somewhere else and they got dragged there.
Yes.
Now, following up on the discussion about
washed up in
having your
Ocean City.
body grow hypnotic mushrooms, I would like for my body to be turned into sex toys.
Yes. Put my ashes into a vat of vinyl.
That is a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, when you find that one, that's gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah.
I want to be remembered as like the best sex toy ever.
Also, I
I'm
wonder.
pretty sure that I'm gonna die before my wife, and I will.
My wife.
100% have my ashes put into a sex toy.
Now that and honestly, now that we've manifested dead body sex toy porn into the world, there are now all of a sudden a million videos just spontaneously appeared onto the internet
because we made it happen.
Yeah, like for example, like my browser history.
The
guess
CTB
what I'm about to
show.
Google? Dead body sex toy porn. Yeah, I mean, like it's gonna be there. I just want to know if it exists.
Did you ever see that movie? It was called like Dead Girl or something. It was about
Jennifer's body.
You just immediately said no.
Well, I've never seen a movie called Dead Girl.
Okay, it was a movie. I think it's on Netflix, but it's basically about these two teenage boys that like go into this weird. They find this like abandoned laboratory or something, and they find this like dead girl, except she's not dead, and they like have sex with her.
You mean Weird Science?
No, that's a hot lady being born out of technology.
Is it real?
This is Oingo Boingo.
My creation.
Also, the lead singer of Oingo Boingo is pretty awesome.
Is his name Tim Burton?
No, his name is Danny Elfman. He also
that's
did
it. Yeah, Danny
he
Elfman.
also did the
soundtrack for everything.
Batman.
For everything, including The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're off the rails. So let's all come to a conclusion about this. Would you rather?
Pile of sex toys.
Pile of sex toys.
Pile of sex.
Browser history.
Great.
All right, deliver the rewards, Brian. That's how that works.
For everyone knowing your browser history, you get VIP to Brazzers. Congratulations.
Brazzers.
Casey, for falling on a pile of sex toys, slipping off a roof, Amber is gifted with a sweet insurance check. And Johnny,
how much money?
I am worth more dead than alive.
$25,000. It covers the cost of the funeral.
Ouch!
That's terrible.
That's not even to cover that unborn baby's first year of
Pretty
life.
sure my life insurance gets like 8 times.
Johnny does even better because he's in the back room of the the mail house or whatever they call it.
Mail
The Pulse of America. The Pulse of America is what we call it.
The post office. Honestly, I bet you that's saying you're the Pulse of America. Keep
Isn't
it
that
going.
Chevy trucks?
No, it's the heartbeat of America.
They stole
Like
it from
rocks.
us.
So again, you will be gifted with nothing except a posthumous stamp. You are.
Oh, but he gets immortalized as a stamp.
Oh my god! If I could,
Yeah,
be
you
on
have
stamp.
You
I
have
want to change my answer. Wait, how do I get to be a stamp?
Honestly, I'd rather have the VIP to Brazzers than be on a stamp.
For
Is that
now,
is that a lifetime of Brazzers? 'Cause
Yeah,
I might trade.
No question. No question. No
Brazzers.
Spank, Spank Bus, Bank Bus. I mean, and
you
all
know
of
a
it.
lot more about Brazzers than I do.
Some Nuru massage.
Okay.
Well, they got bought by a bigger company.
Oh,
so
Nuru.
it's-
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, let's do a porn. No, we're not doing that. Okay.
What's your favorite?
A porn parody?
No,
We
a
should do-
porn podcast,
We
an
should do a
episode.
parody of a porn parody.
We'll get CJ the escort. We'll get some other sexperts on here. It'd be the
We'll
most
get somebody-
Caitlin will go to a different country.
Yeah,
Casey
she will leave me.
also go to a different country.
Probably.
We
It'll
will
be great.
definitely not do that episode.
It'll be great.
Very interested. I could be down for that panel. I could actually be
Could
in
you
for that
not?
panel.
I feel like I was vague enough with the VIP to Brazzers.
I would like to announce that
dive.
Johnny the Mailman has been the poorest guest on this podcast to date.
We're gonna work. We're gonna work on his
awful.
mic technique.
He has no clue how to use a microphone.
Oh wow! We'll
I don't know how to speak into the mic.
fix it in post.
And then there is no better time to get a little angry, get a little venti.
That's 20.
Time to get a little pissed offy.
It's just been a
Time to get a
freewheeling
little
episode.
yeah, murderous.
Fatality.
Time to get a little trying to trade my body for things.
I'll give you drugs for sex.
Time to play a video game from 1989.
We can do that when we're done.
Oh, we could. Time to go right ahead and tell everyone to shut up.
We gonna let the band deal with this.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay.
Someone already posted on the Fam Zone about sex toys containing the ashes of a dead loved one.
Was it the person sitting in the room right now?
That's perfect. That's
All right,
great.
well, this is the end of the show, and the part of the show in which we give persons, places, and things that are lowering our quality of life and giving us the opposite of jollies, a proverbial and literal shut up. Mo, I got it. My shut up this week is to you insufferable white bitches with your fucking SUV strollers.
SUV what?
Strollers. Look, I get it. You produced a child. It does not mean that you need to take up the entire goddamn sidewalk while you're walking that child at less than 1 mile an hour while I am trying to get to the fucking grocery store.
I look forward to pissing you off one day.
Cool.
And also, definitely don't drive that down the street.
No, probably don't.
Just don't do that.
Anyway, why do these SUV strollers even exist? There are literally Jeep brand strollers for babies. Babies don't give a fuck what they're rolling around in. You can just get a fucking piece of fabric with 2 sticks, 2 wheels, that's it. They'll nap away. It's fine. They don't give a shit about the luxury of their accommodations while you're walking them around the block with
In
your
your
probably
pram.
Pomeranian. I'm
In
sorry?
a pram.
Yes, a pram.
That's what they call them in England.
Yeah, we're all Europhile. Ooh, I'm Queen Elizabeth. I'm very woke.
Call it a trolley. It's not a trolley.
Look at my...
Ooh, I saw a very enjoyable colored woman walking around with her baby. It's one of the most enjoyable experience I've ever seen.
My baby is someone is black, you know.
Ooh, I'm woke AF. I'm woke AF.
What happened?
Bring me the corgi. Did you guys see, real quick, did you
dog?
guys see the dog, the thing
Yeah.
about Meghan Markle's
She
dog?
adopted in Canada and it was like abandoned in Kentucky.
Amazing.
And now it's in English.
Shout out to fun dog stories.
All right, who's got to shut up?
I do. So, honestly, she doesn't want me to tell this story. Caitlin was cleaning up our backyard.
La 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 la.
Okay,
No,
you
Caitlin.
be chill. Be chill. Okay. Shut up to dead rats in the alleys is all I'll say. People don't want to have to step on them with their bare feet.
Ooh, yeah, that's not a good experience. I was walking around in bare feet all yesterday, and if I had stepped on a dead rat, I'd probably be upset about it.
You would have thrown up and gone to bed around 6:30 on Saturday night.
I probably wouldn't have. I would have continued to party.
Well, all evidence has said you would have gotten sick and gone to bed at 6:30.
All evidence.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Who else has to shut up?
Zach Eagle, shut
Ah.
up to legislators that banned Four Loko. Shut up to Rain.
Oh, update on Capriccio Bubbly
I was going to
Sangria.
say, we have updates.
I did get a phone call from one of the liquor stores I called. They will be calling me back in about a week and a half to let me know when our Capriccio Bubbly Sangria is in the store.
I'll tell you what.
Someone's going to have to go to D.C. for that.
We get some of road trip.
Yeah.
We get we get some of that shit. I think we ought to have a contest and give 1 bottle away to a very special
Can we do
fan
that?
zone
Is that
member.
legal?
Well, we can just
Give it away. Yeah, it's totally legal.
Brett Harvey, shut up to seasonal allergies and my dead car.
Oh.
My dead car.
My dead car. My dead car.
Also, it's a ninja.
Brian Levy showed up to Kat for inviting me to a party, canceling that party, and then having another party and not inviting me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention to you, Brian, that she says to come over to her house at 5 o'clock for a rooftop party, which is the re-up for the invite for the party that got canceled.
That sounds...
Yeah,
that sounds fun. It looks like
13
there are a
minutes.
couple people here, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a couple more shut-ups for rain and weather.
I have a
Well, read them all because these members of the Fam Zone need to be represented.
I don't see any more in this room.
Oh, well, never mind.
I have a shut up to secrets for buying their trees.
Yes, adopt,
Apparently
don't shop.
yeah, exactly.
Adopt those trees,
adopt
baby.
those trees. Don't shop those trees, and like that needs to be.
I feel like Johnny's microphone has been turned off this entire
It hasn't. I checked it.
I keep trying, but like
I've been checking.
I'm in it. I'm in it.
See, now I can
But-
hear you. I think your levels have been so bad because the microphone's been turned
Because
off.
my voice is
This
so awesome.
entire
No, I
episode.
checked it the whole time. I've been
Anyway,
looking at it.
I'm going to have to run
a
this through
shut up. A shut up. A shut up to secrets for buying their trees rather than adopting their trees.
Adopt, don't shop.
How awesome
A perfect
would secrets
recreation.
be if it was just oak trees?
It would actually be much more amazing, and I stand by that statement.
One of my favorite comments on the aerial photography that we posted to the CTB Prime page, as we call it, was somebody essentially said, you could fly to Jamaica and stay in a hotel for less money than it costs to go and wait in line.
If we do a winter bachelor party trip to Secrets for my bachelor party, I do want to stay at Hotel Secrets.
Hotel Secrets?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yes.
are. Yeah, you don't know.
Bring a blacklight.
You don't know that Secrets has rooms like that you can stay in.
No, I knew that.
Oh yeah,
I did not.
and it'll
it
be the
sounds
cheapest thing
terrible.
we can do
Yeah.
in January.
$75.
But I'm going to lay the entire room out in plastic.
Yes.
It'd be like an episode of Dexter.
Yes.
Yes.
1,000%.
And we can kill a hobo.
With a little less murder. Yeah, no. We can
We
totally
can do
kill
all
a
the
hobo.
things that anybody would ever want to do on a bachelor party. Kill a hobo, like
Absolutely.
whatever.
You
It-
really
it's fun.
could, because when I lived in Ocean City, I lived with people who were coming abroad. Don't ask me why. And there were 3 Jamaican girls that were living in my apartment at the time, and they actually quit Secrets because it was so disgusting
Oh,
what they were
man.
asking them to clean up, and they worked at Arby's instead.
Wow.
Wow. Arby's, a
Rather
better
work at
alternative
Arby's.
to Secrets.
Arby's. At least we're not secrets.
That's still better than we've got the meats.
Yes.
No, you're right.
I feel like they're both kind of the same, but
Oh, good God. All right. Well, that was a show.
Sure was. Episode 230 of the CTB podcast
I
/ show.
I suggest listening after 6 or 7 Natty Lights.
Yeah, get drunk before you
should've said
listen
that-
to this
You
one.
should have said that at the beginning.
I guess. Well,
Too
I'm
late.
sorry.
Too late.
Should be in the description.
You know, well, look, we packed a lot of information into this 1 hour and barely 15-minute episode.
It was good. I was happy with it.
We're killing it lately, dude.
Honestly, we're entertaining. If I do say so myself.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Hey, thank you very much to Johnny the Mailman, Chrissy the
Wife.
What's your no? Hold on, Chrissy. You've got the mic in your hand. What's your handle? Chrissy the meh, because everyone's a blank the blank. She's just looking at me like
Hashtag no.
Absolutely no idea.
Chrissy the
Chris,
our house.
yes.
No. None of that.
Chrissy the
None of
friend.
this.
Chrissy the friend.
All right, on behalf of Brian the Levy, Casey the Kasem, Chrissy the friend, and Johnny the mailman, Andrew the Birch, Caitlin the McGing.
No.
This has been episode 230 of the. What we do it like every single time you get on microphone.
She's fine.
You're the resident authority on all things like counselor stuff.
You're
Okay.
fine.
All right. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.
Bye.